All right, so let's begin our talk on IMFs. So think back to Chemistry 101 and think about a gas, right? Gas will take the shape and the volume of a container. And so what that means is that gas molecules will spread out as much as possible. So they're going to get as far away from one another as they can, and thus they're going to occupy the volume of a container. However, liquids and solids won't do this. Right? They won't do this. And so naturally the question is why? Why won't they do this? Well, it's because there's something keeping them together. So there's something that keeps gas and liquid and solid molecules from separating as far as possible. And this something is called an intermolecular force, an IMF. So let's take a look at one of these and see the difference between an intermolecular force and an intramolecular force. So here I have the Lewis structure of water, and then I'm going to draw another water, right? So this bond here is an intramolecular force. Right, it's a bond. And so when you see intra, the tra means within oneself. Right, so this is a bond within one molecule of water. And these are relatively strong. Right, so a molecule of water will not be destroyed. And then we have some kind of force that's keeping separate water molecules together when they're in their liquid or solid phase. So this is called an intermolecular force. So when you see the ter instead of the tra, that means in between separate things. So in our case, between different molecules. And relative to the intramolecular force, this is weak. So let's take a look at one of our little figures here. So we can see solids on the left, liquids, and then gases. So you see solids are really close together while gases are really far apart. So we go from left to right, we increase the temperature, we increase the energy. And when we do that, we break these intermolecular forces. We break the intermolecular forces and allow these molecules to separate from one another and thus become a gas, right? So towards the left, towards the solid, we have more intermolecular forces. Towards the gas, we have essentially no intermolecular forces. So yeah,